Welcome to a quick demo of Nakisa Decision Intelligence, NDI, an enterprise-grade AI platform that transforms complex data into actionable insights and guided decisions. It makes analyzing data and comparing scenarios easier than ever, giving leaders the confidence to decide and deliver on their most strategic initiatives. In this demo, we'll start by getting a clear view of our lease portfolio and historical trends. Then we'll identify key cost drivers and vendor dependencies. Next, we'll assess financial risks across lease maturities. Finally, we'll project future scenarios to guide smarter decisions on capital and lease strategy. First, let's start with the interface. NDI offers a clean, intuitive layout designed to guide business users with no technical expertise required. On the left is the Assistant panel, where you can type or speak your prompts, or select from automatically generated smart prompts and see responses. On the right, the system displays interactive reports, tables, and visualizations. In the top right corner, you'll find the datasets available to you, added by your administrator. Each dataset can include multiple internal and external data sources. In this demo, we'll be using the Lease and Contract Administration dataset. I can click on the Information button to access the full information about my selected dataset. This lets me access all the data sources and connections the system uses for its answers. NDI automatically interprets the selected dataset, organizing it into categories of contextual questions you can ask. These predefined questions make it easy to start your analysis immediately, without the blank canvas effect or endless preparation. I can also access the predefined questions by clicking on the question mark button. A panel opens on the right, and I can simply select the question I want to ask. Now that we've walked through the various tools in the platform, let's start by exploring the big picture of our lease portfolio. We'll have NDI create a donut chart to show how contract statuses are spread across different business units. Let's click into Asia Pacific Operations to view details about its contracts. This table shows all contracts for Asia Pacific operations with details such as contract ID, number, description, and status. With contract status in view, let's explore financial impacts. We'll have NDI plot a line graph showing total lease liabilities and right-of-use assets over the last 3 years. We can see that liabilities and ROU assets are steadily declining, reflecting lease maturities and payments that lower our financial exposure. Given these trends, let's see which cost centers carry the largest lease payments this year. We'll have NDI create a bar chart ranking cost centers from highest to lowest. The results show that security and procurement account for the largest share of lease costs. Let's explore the vendors driving these expenses in more detail. Let's have the system create a world map highlighting where our vendors are located. We can see vendor hotspots in North America. Clicking on the US lets us explore which vendors lead in that region. Next, let's look at risk exposures. We'll have NDI show the maturity profile of our leases to see when liabilities are coming due. The chart highlights a heavy concentration of liabilities in the 2 to 3 years time band in 2025 and in the 1 to 2 years time band in 2026, signaling near-term refinancing risk, a key point for Treasury and finance teams to note. Finally, let's look ahead. To support strategic planning, we'll ask NDI to project how our lease liabilities and right-of-use assets could evolve under different scenarios. We'll prompt it to create a table forecasting total lease liabilities and ROU assets over the next 3 years under 2 scenarios: status quo and 5% annual growth in the lease portfolio. Here's the projection in the table results. We can see how liabilities and ROU assets are expected to evolve over the next 3 years under both scenarios, providing a clear view of the financial trajectory based on business growth. Numbers alone don't tell the whole story. The key is what actions to take. Let's have the system provide recommendations for managing lease renewals and financial risks. NDI provides 3 concrete actions. These recommendations turn the numbers into practical strategies for managing growth, renewals, and financial risk. Now, with a clear action plan, we can put it into practice to improve decision-making and mitigate risk. That wraps up our demo of Nakisa Decision Intelligence. Using simple, natural language prompts, we got a clear view of our lease portfolio and historical trends and identified key cost drivers and vendor dependencies. We then assessed financial risks across lease maturities and projected future scenarios to guide smarter decisions on capital and lease strategy. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Nakisa's YouTube channel for more videos on the Nakisa Decision Intelligence platform, featuring practical examples, tips, and best practices to help you unlock business value.